Hey guys, so I have an important message to talk about today. I'm going to talking to you guys about how to hear God's voice. How to hear God's voice. Because a lot of Christians struggle with that because they tend to be like most people want to hear God's voice but they can't. So today I'm just going to give you some tips on how to hear God's voice. But firstly, we should all be aware as Christians that God speaks to us in different ways, to our dreams, to people, to the Bible, to the Word of God. The main foundation of hearing God's voice is through His Word, but there are so many other different ways to hear God's voice, to dreams, to visions, to people, to your conscience as well. But the one I'm going to talk about today is through the Word of God. Now, let's be honest. You cannot want to hear God's voice and you don't even read the foundation, the Word, the Bible. If you want to know the Word of God, you gotta start with the Bible. You gotta start by reading the Word of God. It's just simple as that. Because even if Jesus did speak to you, how would you be able to hear His voice? Because God will speak according to His word. To His word. So whatever He says is always aligned with the Bible. So read the Word of God. Read it. If you want to hear His voice, read the Word of God. Spend time. Read His Word. I'll share another video on how to study the Word of God so you can hear what God is saying. But first of all, start by reading the Word of God. Read the Word of God. Let it be the food. Be hungry for it. And in the Bible, it says, not reading the Word of God is shows you don't love Him. It's in the Bible. So read the Word of God. Because if you want to hear God's voice, you have to start by trying to read the Word. Just for example, if you have a crush on someone, you always want to know what they want to say, you want to know, you play their voice note again, you always want to hear their voice again and again. You always want to read the text message they sent to you, just like Jesus. If you want to hear His voice, you have to start by reading the Word of God. Because even if the devil did speak to you, how will you know it's the devil? Because the devil can tempt you with God. The devil did with Jesus. So start with the Word of God. Read the Bible. Read the Bible. Okay? Read it.